For more videos like this, just click subscribe button.
Did you know who the first person arrived in New Zealand? The first documented European arrival in New Zealand was by Dutch explorer Abel Tasman in 1642. However, it was Captain James Cook who made significant contact and detailed explorations in 1769 following Cook's voyages. European settlers, including whalers, sealers and missionaries, began to arrive in increasing numbers, particularly from the early 1800s. Here's a quick breakdown of how it all went down. First, let's talk about Abel Tasman. This Dutch explorer was the first European to sight New Zealand, but he didn't actually set foot there. You see, Tasman was on a mission to find new lands and resources for the Dutch East India Company. And man, did he find a new land, but not quite the way he expected. In 1642, Tasman's ship, the Abraham, sailed along the west coast of New Zealand, charting the coastline from north of Greymouth to Cape Maria van Diemen. Now, he named this new land New Zealand after the Dutch province of Zeeland. But despite discovering this new territory, Tasman's encounter with the Maori was brief and not exactly friendly. There was some conflict, and he didn't really try to make any connections or learn about the land or its people. Instead, he just sailed on. Fast forward to 1769, when Captain James Cook arrived in New Zealand. Cook's arrival marked a turning point because, unlike Tasman, he actually landed in New Zealand and spent time exploring the coast and interacting with the Maori. Cook's first voyage was a bit of a mission to find and map out this new land, as well as to chart its resources and inhabitants. He explored the east coast of New Zealand, sailing from the Bay of Plenty to the Auckland Islands, and then to the Chatham Islands. Cook's detailed observations and maps of the New Zealand coastline were a significant contribution to European knowledge about the country. Plus, he made a lot of contact with the Maori, learning about their culture and customs, and even collecting specimens of native plants and animals. But it wasn't just about exploration. You see, Cook's voyages were also part of a larger effort by European powers to explore and colonize new lands. And New Zealand was no exception. After Cook's voyages, Europeans started showing up in New Zealand in greater numbers. First, it was the whalers and sealers, followed by missionaries, traders and settlers. The Treaty of Waitangi was signed in 1840, which established British sovereignty over New Zealand, while also recognizing the rights of the Maori to own and occupy their lands. This treaty is a significant event in New Zealand history, and it paved the way for the country to become a British colony. So there you have it, a quick breakdown of how Europeans arrived in New Zealand. From the first sighting by Abel Tasman to the arrival of James Cook and the subsequent colonization of the country. It's a fascinating part of New Zealand's history, and it's worth knowing about. Anyway, if you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. And if you have any thoughts or comments, feel free to drop them below. See you next time.